Preceding every union budget is a strong wave of anticipation and furor. This time, however, we can all agree that this is more than ever before. The wheels of the economy need a harder push than ever, and sentiments need to be uplifted higher than usual, owing to the damage caused by the coronavirus pandemic. As we look forward to the distribution of items from the Finance Minister's kitty, here are some personal finance ideas for Budget 2021 from finance and industry experts for Madam FM. Number 1. Expanding the scope of Section 80D, deduction for medical insurance premium and expenditure. Health insurance has been on every individual's priority list ever since COVID came into our lives. Along with that, medical bills have ballooned and have been a major pocket burner. Considering the COVID situation, FM Sitharaman could liberalize provisions of Section 80D and expand its scope to include medical expenses incurred by taxpayers for COVID-19 or any other ailment, without the restriction of age or availability of medical insurance. Further, the currently prescribed limits of Rs 25,000 up to a lakh, which depend primarily on the age of the individual and the coverage of family members under Section 80D, are not in line with the likely expense that an individual may incur. It is thus an ask that the overall limit be increased to reflect the on-ground reality. Number 2. Tax breaks on expenses incurred due to the new work-from-home normal. There are several additional expenses that employees have to now incur due to the working-from-home setup, such as higher electricity, phone, internet bills, etc. Spending on refreshments, which would have otherwise been covered by the employer, are out of pocket too. While the self-employed can claim a tax deduction for expenses incurred in generic services, be it working from home or from office, no such option for the salaried exists. Since this is a new normal and our tax laws still adhere to the old one, they don't account for such expenses. So it's about time that the government changes this and provides for the respective tax deductions or exemptions. Number 3. Extension of LTC cash voucher scheme. The government introduced in 2020 the Leave Travel Concession or LTC cash voucher scheme, first for the central government employees and extending it later to non-central government employees as well. Legislative amendments to adopt the scheme are expected to be introduced in the budget. Further, the Finance Minister may extend the LTC cash voucher scheme to fiscal year 2021-22. Number 4. Tax deduction for maternity expenses of working women. Typically, maternity expenses are incurred out of one's pocket and are huge. Working women will get benefit if they get full tax deduction for maternity expenses, and this impacts a large chunk of population of workers. So the government should consider it. This deduction could be limited to 2 children so that the exchequer is not very burdened either. And lastly, number 5. Extension of relief for stranded NRI. The government had announced relaxation in relation to stay in India for determining residential status for financial year 2019-20 for individuals based in India who had come on a visit to India but had to prolong their respective stays due to travel restrictions because of the pandemic. Considering that travel restrictions and suspension of international flights have been extended into financial year 2020-21, the government could announce similar relaxation for financial year 2020-21 as well. Just a few days until we find out if these measures will come to pass. So what else can we expect from Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman? Stay tuned with us to find out in our upcoming video where we feature industry and finance experts.